MyWealth.com. I'm Mike Conlon. I'm one of the senior instructors with the courses. Welcome to today's blog. Today's blog is entitled, Who Can You Trust? Ratings Agencies No More? The S&P, Standard & Poor's? Sayonara. Moody's? Morte. Fitch? Well, you get the idea. Today, the Attorney General of California, Jerry Brown, announced that he would be investigating the role that the rating agencies played in helping to cause the Great Recession. Okay, and I say it's about time. Okay, for far too long, these agencies have had a stranglehold over bond and credit markets, and now the jig is up. Okay, well, this is nothing new, considering the House Oversight Committee came to this conclusion back in an October 2008 hearing. Okay, this now opens the door for compensatory damages to be awarded to investors that were defrauded by negligent practices. If these companies do survive, look for increased competition from the investment banks and new regulations that will more properly define how these companies can make money. Here are a few of some of the former practices which will hopefully be reformed and some of the ways that the rating agencies should be fixed going forward.
As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.mywealth.com/blog. Now, the first problem with the rating agencies is that they were actually paid by the bond issuers and insurers, to give their ratings. Now, that's if that doesn't seem like an obvious conflict of interest to you, then I'd ask you to go back and take another look at it. But there's an obvious conflict here because if you are issuing a bond or you're insuring a bond, you want it rated as highly as possible that you can get, because the more highly it's rated, the safer people think it is. It can be purchased in investment grade portfolios and things of that nature. So obviously you want your issuances to be rated as highly as possible. So if you're paying the actual raters, there's an obvious conflict there. Okay, and basically how it worked is it was a process called bid shopping. All right, now the agency that gave the highest ratings would be paid the most. So that's pretty simple. You have three agencies. You have Moody's, you have Fitch, and you have Standard & Poor's. All right, those are the big three right there. So basically you just get competitive bids from all three of them. Okay, well, who's going to rate this the highest? Well, whoever rates the highest pays the most. So, there's obvious competition there, and, it doesn't necessarily promote fairness and objectivity. Okay, now subprime securities were given investment grade ratings. Now that's the biggest problem right there, and how the rating agencies helped contribute to the subprime problem and the financial meltdown that we have, is that they gave investment grade ratings to these subprime securities. So what you had now is you had people who otherwise wouldn't touch the stuff who are now buying it because they think it's investment grade. So if you had somebody who has a very conservative portfolio and they think, oh, we're just getting these investment grade bonds, and they end up with subprime in their portfolio, guess what? They had a big problem, and they most likely lost a lot of money. All right, now the compensation structure for ratings agencies needs to be changed. I mean, this is just pretty obvious, but you can't have the issuers and the insurers actually paying these guys. They've got to come up with another way to do it. So whether it's a government body that needs to step in, or if they need to set standard fees or make it performance-based or something like that, that's how these agencies should be compensated, because at the end of the day, people rely on these ratings. They have to be able to trust in them, and if people are going to do the old pay to play, so to speak, where you rate it higher and you get paid more, well, that's an obvious conflict, and you're going to run into problems there. And then the last thing that has to happen with these agencies is that they're going to need better regulation. All right, now that's where the government's going to have to step in, and they're going to have to come up with a plan that says, hey, you know what, you guys are too important to the financial markets, to be out there running around making these wild ratings, because you're trying to earn profits for your company. So there's got to be a way that they can do it, and I'm sure that now that we're coming up with the new financial regulation, they'll probably come up with something. So don't wait. Get a course, get educated. Come to www.mywealth.com and learn about how these ratings agencies and ratings can affect your portfolio.
Hopefully the government will come up with a way that these companies can get back to doing what they formerly did best. That is assessing risk in the markets and not trying to make a quick buck. Okay, but for right now, I don't trust them. Okay, because who knows what else is out there that may have been wrongly rated. All right, so to learn more about how bond ratings can affect your portfolio, be sure to check out our investment courses. So I'm Mike Conlon. Thanks for being with me, and I hope to see you in those courses.